Hey, welcome to this new video. A bit of a different one today because I will be answering all of your questions that I've received in the comments and in my email. Think about talking about living in Bangkok, how is it actually staying here long term, what do I do for work, how do I earn my money, and a few personal questions. There's enough to go over, so let's dive right in. Starting off strong with question number 1. Give a short personal introduction. And I actually just realized that I've never really done an introduction like this before, so here we go. Hi, my name is Daphne, it's so nice to meet you. I'm 24 years old. I was born and raised in the Netherlands in a city called Tilburg, a city very close to the Belgian border, where I grew up with my older sister and with my parents. When looking at me, I'm someone who loves to read, I love going to the movies, I love going outdoors, hiking, nature, animals, pets, and just a lot of fun things. And then over to some fun, quick things to know about me. I already mentioned that I loved reading, but last year I read over 150 books. So just so you know how much I actually love reading. My favorite animals are sharks, just because I find them so fascinating and there are so many different species to learn and know more about. And my all-time favorite country or city, well, at this moment there are actually three places. I would say, of course, Bangkok, Paris, and Madeira Island, an island of Portugal. So now you know a bit more about me personally, let's dive into the other questions. Question number 2, why did I actually leave the Netherlands? And this is a question that gets asked so many times, and I completely understand, of course, because I'm in a very fortunate position that I was born and raised in the Netherlands. So why did I actually leave? Well, the story goes a bit like this. When I was a lot younger, well, I think around 12 years already, or as long as I can remember actually, I've always told my parents that I was gonna move abroad. Didn't really matter where or how, I just knew that one day I'm gonna move abroad. And somewhere around 1.5, 2 years, well, let's say 2 years ago, me and my boyfriend really came to the conclusion like, okay, if you want to do this, and it was still in the plans, of course, why not do it right now? So we sold everything, canceled everything, and there we go. So why did I leave the Netherlands? Well, more because it already was a long-held dream of mine. I just wanted to explore and learn more about the world outside of the Netherlands, learn more about different cultures, meet new people, and just broaden my horizon, let's say. The next question is a common misconception, and that is, do you ever get lonely? I can understand where this comes from, but no, I wouldn't say that I ever get lonely, or at least I didn't feel lonely at any time during the travels. Of course, that's partial because I travel with my boyfriend, so I'm never really lonely, but also because you're still in contact with, of course, friends or family from back in the Netherlands, but you also get to meet lots of new people, friends that you meet here in Bangkok, that you can build new relationships with, or just during all of our previous travels. I have some of my greatest memories of people that I've met during traveling the last 1.5 years. So no, I wouldn't say that I get lonely. I can imagine that some people do while traveling alone, but I do think that you can find new connections anywhere as long as you're open to it. So no. And by the way, I can understand that this video will be a lot of talking and yapping, so I will be adding chapters. So if you want to skip to a specific question, of course, feel free to do that as well. On to the next category, where we'll be focusing more on work. So probably the most asked question, what do I do for work that lets me able to travel full-time or even live here in Bangkok? Right now, I'm working part-time as a freelancer in the rental market back in the Netherlands, where we help people finding a new rental home and guiding them through that whole process, which is honestly such a rewarding job, as living somewhere in a house is such a big part of your life. So that is something that I do part-time. Of course, the other hours I work on my YouTube channel and some side projects for that as well, social media, content creation. I've been doing that for now 1.5 years, a bit since we started traveling, which has been such an interesting journey, let's say, because it was totally new for me. So it's really been with ups and downs. The next question is, do I have a work visa? No, I don't have a specific Thai work visa. However, I do have the DTV visa, the Destination Thailand visa, which still lets me able to work in Thailand as long as it's not for a Thai employer. So I need to work as a freelancer for a foreign employer, or of course an entrepreneur with my own company, but not for a Thai employer. So luckily I'm still able to work here without any problems. And I've actually created a whole video going over the DTV process, how to request it, things you need to think about, how to be successful. And yes, I can talk about this because I actually received my DTV in less than a week. Yes, in less than a week. So I feel like I can talk about requesting a DTV. And an additional question with that is, did I use an agency? No, I didn't. I would only recommend using an agency for your visa request if you have like a very complex situation or case. But if it's standard or normal, I would just request it yourself, do some research, and then it's a really easy and quick and done process. Over to the next category, and that is talking more about life in Bangkok and my experience so far after really staying here for 2 months. Starting off with the question, if you could have chosen any place, why settle down in Bangkok? There's one really short answer, okay? Why not in Bangkok? I mean, I love it here. I already said it's one of my favorite cities in the whole world. I visited Bangkok the first time around 3 years ago during a vacation when I actually still lived in the Netherlands. And already during that first visit, Jep and I talked about, whoa, imagine living in this big and fun and alive city. And now fast forward, we're actually here. And of all the places that we've traveled to in the last 1.5 years, we always thought back to Bangkok. So yeah, when we figured out we were actually able to get the DTV visa and were able to get an apartment and settle down here, we thought, why not? Let's just go for it. Of course, we traveled back from Europe to Asia, and even now, after 2 months, I can honestly say that I'm so happy that we've chosen Bangkok to settle down for at least the next year. Next question, is it expensive to live in Thailand or in Bangkok? I need to say and be upfront that this is kind of a hard question. There's always a lot of discussion about it actually, but just good to know is that I've created a full breakdown of my monthly cost of living here in Bangkok with a recent update as well, that if you want to have full in-depth details, then definitely check out that one. But I would say yes, it's affordable to live here. That is from my personal situation. It's different for anyone, of course. It also really depends on how you live your life. Where do you eat? Where do you stay? What kind of condo do you live in? What kind of restaurants do you get food from? Do you shop a lot? Do you do a lot of expensive activities? You can live really affordable here in Bangkok, but you can also spend a lot of money very quickly. So yeah, it just really depends. And as mentioned, it's a bit of a hard and tricky question. I would say in my case, it's affordable to live here. But once again, if you want to have like a full insight of all of the numbers, then check out my other video. What is the best area to stay in Bangkok? I can be really quick about this. I personally love staying here in Ekka Mai or Thong Loch, but another preferred area could also be Phromphong, Asok, or even Silom, so all a bit close to the Sukhumvit BTS line or Sukhumvit in general. I think it's a really lively neighborhood. There are lots of condo buildings, there are lots of malls, restaurants, fun things to do. Also, if you want to connect with other expats, you will find them here as well. And it's also still touristy, but also not like close to the Grand Palace or something. And you're still able to travel wherever you want in Bangkok very quickly. Next question is a bit of a tricky one. What do you love and what do you dislike about Bangkok? I already talked a bit about what I actually like about Bangkok. It's an endless list, believe me. Sometimes I'm just walking around outside and I'm like, wow, I actually live here. And of course, it's completely different for anyone who's visiting. We can't love all the same cities. I mean, I also really like Paris. There are also some people that hate Paris. It's the same with Bangkok. It's the same with every country. In my case, I love Bangkok. It's just a good match. But in general, Thailand, I love the food. I love the people. They are so kind and so welcoming, so I try to reflect that in my behavior as well. I think it has such an interesting culture. There's so much to learn. It is of course really different from life in Europe. And one of the main factors is that Bangkok is such a big city. I feel small, but I also feel when looking outside so big and on top of the world. It's a perfect combination. Then over to what I dislike, and honestly I needed to think about this for a minute because on top of mind there are not a lot of things that I dislike. Starting off maybe, but it's not really because of the city itself, but I'm far away from friends and family. But I'm also happy to show them around here Bangkok and travel to new places in Thailand together with them, which brings along new and fun adventures. Something else might be the traffic, which is sometimes a bit of a difficulty getting around, but still I think it's something that you just need to get used to, and you know what, you can't really do anything about it. That's the mindset that I have about that, and I will just see how late I arrive, or I will just leave a bit earlier to be on time. A lot of people talk about the air quality. To be honest, I don't really notice it that much. Of course, there are some times or a few days during the year that you do notice the bad air quality, but from day to day I really don't. Maybe that's just me. I'm not sure if that's like something that I need to worry more about, but it doesn't bother me in a way that I wouldn't want to live here. Will I be staying in Bangkok long term? Right now we have the DTV visa, that will be for 5 years. We also have the condo here at Park Origin for at least the whole year. After that we will see. Right now we are talking about and thinking about staying in Bangkok for longer after that. Of course, if it still fits our needs. I mean, 1 year is still far away, but I also at this moment can't imagine leaving Bangkok in 1 year. We also talked about moving to an island or Chiang Mai even, but I think the big city just has it all, so it really makes it a hard decision. And let me also remind myself and you that I'm in such a fortunate and a good position that I'm even able to think about or worry about things like where do I want to live or where can I live. So yeah, I'm just really grateful to be in this kind of position. But long term, still in Thailand, and who knows, in 5 years when the DTV visa has come to an end, where we will go then. Already the last question, it's very short. What's next? Honestly, I don't know. I love life here in Bangkok. I will be continuing making videos about life in Bangkok, about living here, vlogs, travel videos, also outside of Bangkok, outside of Thailand even, exploring more of Southeast Asia or Asia in general, where I'll be taking you along with me. Besides that, for right now, I'm also continuing with my part-time freelance job, which I really like as well. And just go a bit with the flow. Of course, I have some dreams and goals in mind, but I don't want to share too much about that because those are my goals that I need to work from. It's a bit more, even more personal. Yeah, we just keep doing what we do. I mean, we're in November or the end of October right now. We're getting closer and closer to 2026. So I'm also thinking about my goals for that year. So what's next? A lot of fun things that I will be sharing with you. So hopefully you will join me right along that journey. And with that, I also want to close off this video. I hope I was able to share a bit more on all the questions that I've received. Thank you so much for sending in or commenting any of the questions. I'm always happy to answer any of them, so feel free, if you have any questions left right now or in the upcoming videos, to leave them in the comments below or send me a quick message or email. And also, I think this is the perfect moment to mention thank you so much for following me along during this whole journey, figuring out life, traveling, living in Bangkok, enjoying life. I'm super grateful to have you here with me. So yeah, we will see what comes next. And in the meantime, if you want to see what was previous, then definitely check out this video next. Thank you once again, and I'll see you soon. Bye.